The Phantom of the Opera has a life beyond Broadway and the West End, and a new chapter in that story starts very, very soon. Let's discuss. Because hello, I'm Jessica, I write Phantom books and other books. And this is day 24 of Fantober, where we're talking about different versions of the Phantom of the Opera every day in October. And today we're going to take a tour through all the ways the Phantom of the Opera musical, the Lloyd Webber one, has been staged and seen all over the globe. The Phantom of the Opera has played in over 40 countries all over the world, in nearly 200 cities. I first saw Phantom on a tour, one of my first casts. At a certain point, there were multiple tours going in the US, and Phantom played for years in places like Toronto and San Francisco. One of the clone productions is still playing in Tokyo. I say clones because these were copies of the original Hellprint staging with the same costumes and sets. But in more recent years, we've gotten other versions of Phantom. Let's go through a few of them. There is the Czech version, which has everyone's favorite point of no return interpretation. Yes, that did inspire a scene in book 3 of the Phantom Saga. And there's also like an Eastern European Vienna production, which I think also ended up in Prague, so it's kind of confusing. The costumes in this one are very different, and I have to admit this is maybe my least favorite interpretation of the mask. I think it looks like a potato chip and it's on the wrong side. A few years ago, the Haneda Opera in Sydney staged a version that was out in Sydney Harbor. It had incredible effects like a river of fire and some bold costuming choices for the Phantom. He's definitely serving you-know-what here, but he always does in Red Death. This was an outdoor production, and it didn't stop for rain, so there's some incredible videos of them performing, especially Point of No Return in the rain. At least he had a big hat to protect him. This production is actually coming back next year for the 40th anniversary year. There was also the non-replica official tour. You might have seen pictures of this one. The set was this big cylinder that opened and closed. Had some fun stuff with blindfolds and music of the night, which I was also inspired by. But the costumes were... well, choices were made. That tour bounced around the UK and America for the most of the teens. Closed in America in 2019. It was supposed to start again in the UK in 2020, but then it didn't because of COVID. But the same set and production is still being used in Vienna. Speaking of COVID, sadly, the London production of Phantom used the COVID shutdown to revamp the production. But not a lot. It changed a few sets and they made the orchestra smaller. And that production is the basis of the new US tour of Phantom that will open 2 weeks from when I'm recording this. November 7th in Baltimore. Starring Isaiah Bailey, Jordan Lee Gilbert, and Daniel Lopez, as well as our alternative Christine Alexis Jofer du Moster. And the cast includes Lisa Vroman as Madame Giry, who was one of my first Christines, one of my favorite Christines, back from the tour days. We've seen some clips from inside rehearsals for this production, and I could not be more excited for this cast. All of them clearly love Phantom as much as we do. And the clips I've heard of Isaiah and Jordan, oh my god. Their voices are amazing. My only regret is that I have to wait till April to see the tour. Unless somebody wants to take me on a date to Baltimore in 2 weeks. I could swing it, I'm free. So break a leg to the tour cast as you start your tech rehearsals in Baltimore right now. And everyone else go out and get your tickets for when Phantom comes to a city near you.